Good evening, good afternoon, good night, good morning, world. This is the Rastafari International Ambassador, Chabani, better known as the Badass, the man from Buzzwalk. And I'm here once again to give you a quick update on how the thinking is going regarding Sizzla KALONJI and his activity of late. Keep in mind that I base in London, UK, and I only can share information with the Rastafari community and the wider community, the black community, as I receive the information first and from those on the ground there in Jam 1. Now, there's a lot going on there on the ground, and there's a lot that I would like to share, but I will have to isolate it. For example, today we are focusing on the relationship between Sizzla KALONJI and Burna Boy. There's also a pending issue ongoing with the EWF and Sasha Marley and the land grant and the tabernacle and these other issues, sovereignty rights and these other issues. As it stands right now, I cannot make head or tail of Sasha Marley, land grants, EWF, EWI, or the sovereignty issue because it's not clear. So I have received updates and opinion of other races, and I would like to make these things be a part of the public record. So one brethren sent in, and this is what you have to say.
Yes, Jaboni. Be at yourself, bless up yourself. Jerry out of Kingston, shitty Kingston. You hear me now on the Burna Boy topic now. When the Burna guy come to Jamaica the other day to perform at the stadium, he has his crew members. They were transcestal, the LGBT was in his dancing choreography. You understand? And the whole Jamaica said that even before Sizzla invite him in yard. Right? Sizzla didn't know what Burna Boy depend because them publicly interview one of Burna Boy, Batty Boy up a stadium, the whole Jamaica see was on TV, JR Bowl. It was all over the media. Right? Only for sexy girl the panita is a Batty Boy. Them have a represent in the interview. So before him even reach up a judgment yard, KALONJI didn't know what Burna Boy is about. It was no secret. The whole world said that boy is shaking. 2, footer hype. Him is a big hypocrite. Because me want him to debate you, want him to talk to you, Why is he refusing to have a discussion with you? Since him so righteous and him know about Rasta business, right? Why he don't want have a debate with you because he might try to keep it safe. Sizzla and foot hype, you know, he might try to keep it safe because me hear a twist and a twaddle in mouth. I talk about Burna Boy and culture and all that. If you're a batty boy, you're a batty boy, you're a black man, you're straight. See? So he might try to dally it up to suit him. But he might try to play it safe. You understand? You don't want to offend nobody. You understand? So he might try to play it safe where Burna Boy is concerned. So he was a hypocrite, big hypocrite. You see me I say? Teacher, just go on, keep the fire burning, man. See? Rastafari, one perfect love, man. You see me I say? Yeah, man, I'm out.
Yeah, before we move on, I too would have liked to speak with Foota Hype. I have tried to contact Foota Hype on several occasions. He must have seen that I have tried to reach out to him. The only reason I can see that Foota Hype would not want to have a discussion with the international ambassador, is the fact that he is under instruction from the Marley family. And keep in mind, word on the street is the Marleys that bail him out. So he have to be loyal to them. Even though you hear I speak how I speak, I am also loyal to the Marley. Just not them not control my idea of right or wrong. Rita Marley is my personal sister. I have provided security for Bob over the years, and um, at some stage in the early days, when Ziggy and Steve and Rowan come here to London, you know, I used to be around them. As a matter of fact, Rowan mother is also my sister. She come off of my corner. Rowan mother, Pat Marley. Yeah, so um it's not personal. I keep saying it's nothing I do, it's personal. I just try to keep things factual and original. Anyway, let's hear what the second virgin have to say. Keep in mind, none of these virgin voice note that I'm playing, none of them know each other, and there's no link between any of these voice notes. Man just send a voice note from different part of the world, telling me what they know, because that's what I'm dealing with, what people know, not what people hear.
What a beautiful morning I'm here. This is Rasta, man. Jaboni, I respect the eye to the highest right now in the world of Rasta. As ambassador, you are doing a great job, a great work. And I would say this as the I say. You know, hear nothing from the Rasta man them pertaining to what you responded to, really and truly directly. But to look at the word unu and take offense to the word unu, I have to question all man who said them a Rasta man and take offense to that word unu when it's a general statement. It's not a specific individual personal statement. And every man who is Rasta man ought to know this. Because the word unu is used. It's like they say, if the cap fit, wear it. But if you know, say, the unu not in that, then where is the offense? So I man really now pay the man who is offended by such a word as such as the oh you speak to be offensive to them. then there's some kind of Freudian slip of go on within the statement say, I'm a Rasta man. Because you know them by their fruits. And that in and of itself, to be offended by that, for the ambassador to say, when he say, because and him use the word uno, to be offended by that is a fruit will be upon your tree. You're supposed to know who you are and know if you are the uno or not. The man who can hear a word when no word is spoken and can hear silence when a word is spoken. That is intelligence. Because you see non-action in action, and you see action in non-action. So uno are just uno. Uno just mean uno. Uno push kuno. And if uno push kuno, then not uno. So Jaboni, I man just have to say, man, be who you are, because you can only be who you are. And every man must be who them is, because them can only be who they are. They can fake and phony and move around like them are something else and something other than them is. But at some point, them have to become who they are. So any man will take offense to the word uno. For Jaboni, I use the word uno. And uno if you go push the kuno. Because if you're a Rasta man, you're a Rasta man. Period. Nothing for offend you. So I commend the Jaboni for even having the courage, 800, 900, 1,000 horsepower worth of courage, to just say, I apologize. I take real man to do that. Although you never do nothing wrong, Rasta. Because I hear nobody talk about, this guy, this gender neutral. What do you mean gender neutral? Oh, gender go neutral. I'm not going to use clothes now to make gender. It's like saying one size fit all. Kind of follow that. Or one size I go fit all. You have to understand and overstand and have a rock standing of how this world work and how these demons and devils work, So yeah, Burna Boy can do what he want to do. But when he step in a Rasta man camp, we say them a president, kind of look for no vanity. And I ask for this and that and this and that. Nah, look how much Rastaman there Jamaica. We're in the music business. We are making good money and a tour all about the world, all about the place. You know, for go, nobody from Africa, now for come to Jamaica, come buy nothing for help Rasta to be self-sufficient in a Jamaica. You kidding me? Selassie, if you just...
Yeah. So as far as I am concerned and I'm hearing, is long time some people have some funny style that was questionable, and it's now coming up and coming out in the light.
Stay with Selassie there. Pan the throne and govern. And Rastafari have to do what Rastafari have to do. Liberate the people, redeem the people in the name of Jah, whom Haile Selassie himself call unto on a regular, devotingly. His Majesty is on the throne. Leave His Majesty on the throne. And Jah is in the highest region. Let us call unto Jah. And let us be Rasta. Let us transform civilization. Let's transform humanity. Let us be obedient to multiply and replenish the earth as I has been given that mandate to do. And Stop get caught up on these little words. The man say, uno, uno. Uno mean uno. Uno no mean Rasta, you know. Uno mean uno. Rasta no uno. And if you don't know uno, we have offended for. And we have to tell a man about him to be careful for. Nah. Speak the truth. Speak it ever cause it what it will. For 2,000 or 2,600 years, I act. And I put on mask and I pretend to be something that we're not. But no, Gabriel Oyibo of Nigeria has solved the God of creation. This is God order time. Stop the acting. Start producing. Start uniting. Stop the fussing and the fighting. Rastafari. Rastaman. Sign out.
There's a saying, you know, and I don't know if some of these young people know any of these saying, but there's a saying that the higher the monkey climb, the more him expose. So what we have here is that from my first contact with Sizzla KALONJI and the way he tried was to interact with I realized that he was funny style with no behavior, no manners. And he have been getting away with this funny style approach, and a lot of senior elder Rastaman have looked the other way. And because they have looked the other way, he did not take heed. So now, I'm going to make my brethren come in and tell you now how long Rasta have Sizzla under observation. So come in, my brethren, and tell me your finding and what you know from when you know what you know.
Yes, Jabi, greetings, one perfect love, you know, I love full day. You know, the way it hurt me for see what I didn't want everyone to say nothing about it, Rasta, because a long time I know I tell them to Sizzla bow, you know. That's why when Sizzla come back to Jamaica, he couldn't shoulder with Iron, you know. He might a drop some little man like Jonah Negus and them man, there's some little weak card man, some little batty boy like Mikey down and Scott Pass and them little boy them he move within a Rasta. Because the man got foreign with Rockefeller and them go do a blood clot album or whatever. When he wake up in a one man into blood clot, find himself in some hotel room in a compromising state. You know, and that I get to overstand. You know. So right now, he even do 16 track with Georgia and Georgia and them and said Julian Negus there, you know, and the boy can't release the 16 track, you know, because the boy bow out, and if he release that now, the man then gonna use that against him. Say, oh, he might move like him up and these things and do these things. So that's why they put the whole that 16 track there. Where I and I should have eat a rascal food off because Sizzla not give it nothing, you know. More than carry money go be some batty man and Scott Pass, you know. Him broke down Scott Pass, you know, with him blood clot batty man money, you know. You know, see, that's why him go sing the song, say I got to take myself away. Who the fuck, who you think about take himself away from? I know Rasta time I sing, say, over take himself away from. And when he realize what people do to him and position where he mean now, he say, I take himself away, you know. So if you have man we know him, his track history, you know, brother. You have people in Jamaica we know we're going, definitely we're going with him and Rockefeller, them, you know. So a compromising situation in there right now. Let's see him move. And him just make some little frightened talk and intimidating talk about land and pump and this and that and like him. And that me can't understand with them boy there, you know. Just when them and them batty man do them business, them start to do like a Rasta, a Rasta business them a do. And them start to talk like Rastafari and I talk about Haile Selassie, talk about community development and you know, so them just come a Rasta become tear off where Rasta have and go on them and then Batman friend go share the idea with them. You know, while Rasta you would still fight the blood class struggle. That is what I go on, you know. So I'm not glad to talk about them because when you talk about them, you know, it come like say you even burn out energy and talk about people like them. Because the world is clear for see, you know. He didn't man dressed like a woman and come check him. You should have somebody here inviting them kind of blood clot people in their house. Eh? Why Rasta not invited? The man dressed like a woman, you have a woman with the man dressed like I think the suit for the Rati woman wear already. He get it after the woman don't wear it already. You know. I didn't want to know too much about them people at all, you know. Because I don't know when first me I see this brother. First me see this brother Torati, first me I hear him name. And that's how it go with these boy, these Rasta boy and these Rasta men where come amongst Rasta. You know. And when the post get out the bag now, you hear what I go on and you see what I go on. Because all the while you want to hear and see what I go on. Look how much time the man them call for Sizzla to come and explain certain things where I go on, where him involved, you know. When him take the elder them documents and him do all type of thing and stamp and seal and all type of thing. And him now have no time to talk to Rasta. Him have time to talk to some batty man where paint a picture. I even know who them is, you know. You know. But I can't do interesting and film presentation, you know. He's not no Rasta, that not appropriate in a Rasta camp. You know. They're not appropriate in a Rasta camp. So the man them have to check themselves, Rasta. You know, and the more them climb and the more them expose themselves who them is. Because I always tell the world who them is, you know. Them boy they come and Scott Pass and link with some man where some news are go on and some say them a batty man and fish and all that thing. And them man them hug up and them man they is who them clutch and them man they is who them give them money. We come and that's why the house refused most of Sizzla money and that's why him and I buy them in a problem. And that's the big thing where him come and do with him blood clot piece of cross his money where he get from Babylon. You know, see, come and tear up and destroy and thief and tell lie and go on him and men them go blood clot, do what them have to do. You know? So I know I accept them kind of approach the way them are make towards to represent any kind of thing when you come on to Rasta. And I already tell Junior Negros of these behavior where him have long time. You know, and I talk to the man them about his behavior. But you got some hella now in our house when I work now. Never work from them born it and all them do a beg and walk around and go people yard and loaf and get some food from people and walk around and beg and go bingy and beg and tell lie on people to get favor and things and so them raise themselves and them bloods and skirt picnic. So them man they are all Sizzla gravitate to. Some man when they have the talk in the administration. Cause when the Asian them dead all man like Tani man and Baker and them and they have some little man all Flacco we don't know him from nowhere, you know. And when the Asian them dead enough of these men run come a Scott Pass now, you know. And them man they push out and I as youth start draw a card about youth now reach 50 years and 60 years and faith them can talk and all type of colonial dogma. You know, seeing when these men come back and learn. Eh? When Alexander take over and conquer Egypt, he was only 24-year-old. And when David and all them man they are rule and all of the kingdom of Africa are rule in them ancient time. Where them are read about and them are read about in them Bible. I be a young man them When them nigga kidnap people from Africa, you think them a kidnap to come work on these plantations? You think them a kidnap no old man? I be a picnic where are 6 and 10 and 11-year-old and 24-year-old, and some slave master said them no want nobody younger, older than 25 and all these type of things. So I don't know where these men come from in them cave and them bush with them low morality and mentality when it comes out to black people, freedom and liberty. You know? I mean, keep telling the man them these things, but them won't listen. So you know what? The fire go dread.
Yes, it a go dread Rasta man because that's what they know dreader than dreading and redder than red. So as ambassador, that was just an update to let you know, as I know, that Burna Boy is a very funny style guy. When he went to Jamaica, as you hear the brethren say, he went there with a funny style team. And the whole Jamaica media force interviewed them. And Jamaica had seen that the guy's style was funny. KALONJI know that the guy's style was funny. But you see, these are the people them that quick to call people Batty Boy and Sodomite and all these things. While undercover, they are Batty Boy and Sodomite themselves. Because what kind of Rasta youth would have know say a guy funny and publicly engage him, I beg him on behalf of Rastafari? Sizzla, you know, Sizzla, you lick your head. I better you make two man come jam him and take away him have. And that bad so that do you know. I tell you that now, you know. A funny guys, in my place, when we see funny style people, we jam them and take them. We not big funny style people things. And that me show you say me are not different. If me want things, me can go for things, me can take away any guy things. Me a Rasta, you know. Me not have nothing, you know. But me have me Ivor Johnson. I'm going to work me Ivor Johnson. And that me I tell you now. And me say you have a whole heap of things where you buy. Yet you just walk and make yourself a mockery. What kind of revolutionary youth you is? When you farm and join force with all the wrong people. So you don't have no respect out there. You don't have no credibility out there. Yeah. Because all a guy like, me tell you something. A long time me I watch certain things and just say easy, you know. Because me see Caleb come in the yard, you know. And me see your mother cook pork. Yeah. Me see your mother cook pork, chicken, and meat for Caleb. Yeah, look, you bold yourself with your mother and her pork pot. You know from when my mother dead and gone long time. But you know from when you know eat from my mother. You know from when I a Rasta. I live with my mother, I not eat from my mother. I not eat out of her pot. I say from my national color TV. I say Caleb in your mother kitchen and you have pork. I see these things, you know. But I don't know if them things they mean anything to you and your friend them. Cannot even water me that drink out of your yard. You know. You have to know how skeptical all a Rasta man like me, yeah, look pan. Me skeptical, me no shake hand with certain people, you know. And when me shake all certain man hand, me attack certain black man hand. If you look on the cape, you see me a dust off me hand and a wipe off me hand. And yeah, me no do body contact with certain people, you know. You have to know these things. A whole heap of morals me have, a whole heap of values, and a whole heap of don't and women nah do and women can't do. And you have to know these things. Yeah. Certain things me would do. Yeah. Me not beg a certain guy nothing, you know. Me not beg, you know, KALONJI. Me tell you already, me not beg, you know. Me not like beggars, you know. No. My brethren, them not for beg me. If me have a thing, me know say them for all a thing. And before me beg, me go draw me evidence. And that me tell you all the while, because I love draw my evidence and take things from people. Me a Rasta. Some didn't know it. Me not walk and beg. Do that. And at that me see as a little batty boy in your yard. Boy, I beg him tractor. You know, hear the brethren say, how comes you have so much millionaire Rasta and you have a big and faggot? And it's thing when I want to know to, because sometimes on partiality, Rasta for no partiality don't make no sense. Because Snoop Dogg did come there, you know, and it want make up and go no money for the things. I want to reject Snoop money, you know, and Snoop a bad boy on the street like every other bad boy, you know. Snoop baptize and call himself Snoop Lion. I want to still burn him out. Yeah. And Snoop will identify with no more than this faggot here. You know? So sometimes you tell us I'm not follow no car, you say right now, no guy can't tell me who for friend with and who not for friend with, you know. But me know me not friend with no faggot. That me I tell you. Now see it and if you think I lie, go ask the youth, go ask Lego.